in today's video, I wanted to talk about my fertility journey, or a portion of it, particularly the supplements that I took. I feel like I used to watch these videos all the time while I was trying to conceive, and I felt like they were really helpful. I felt that they were encouraging. They gave me some more research, other things I could do besides just going to see my providers and doctors, and so stuff that I can do at home to help, speed things along. Sometimes you feel a little bit alone in your fertility journeys. As I've been sharing over the years with my patients, my experiences, and I felt like that was really helpful for them. And so I wanted to, start a YouTube channel, or at least make a YouTube video discussing some of these things to just help other women, as other women have helped me when I was struggling with this. And if I could help anyone, it's such a fertility and infertility, and going through all that can be just a struggle in itself. So if I can help anyone with any of the tips I have, then I am just ready to do that. So let's get started. Before we get into it, and before we do all the things and talk about everything, I wanted to put a disclaimer out there that yes, I'm a nurse practitioner. Yes, I do help patients with this as much as I can, but I'm not your particular provider. And so this is just my journey and my experiences and certain diagnoses that I particularly had. So I encourage you to, take this information, anything you're thinking of taking, talk to any of your providers about it, whether it be your OBGYN, a naturopathic doctor, integrative medicine. Having multiple providers involved in this is usually, pretty helpful. You have to take supplements with a grain of salt a little bit, or not really a grain of salt, more like it's a trial and error, because not everything works for everybody. A lot of it takes time. Sometimes you may have side effects from some. So if you are having side effects, or it's messing with your periods or anything like that, and your cycles, then I do say you probably want to stop those. Like I had an experience with Vitex that it just didn't work for me. But other supplements I would recommend, or I usually always recommend, that you give it a 3 to 6 month try to see if it's changing anything, helping, or if you happen to fall pregnant when you add something else. I wouldn't say take it for a month and be like, I didn't get pregnant, it didn't work, and throw it out. Supplements don't really work that way. Just a quick disclaimer about that. So first off, as we all know, we should be taking a prenatal vitamin. I usually recommend any woman of childbearing age take a prenatal vitamin, because if you become pregnant, you already have all the prenatal vitamins you need before you got pregnant, right? It helps, support your uterus. It helps, give the baby certain supplementation that you may not know you're even pregnant, and they're already getting the folate that they need, the choline that they need to help with their brain development, to help with neural tube defects, prevention of that. So a lot of times just taking a prenatal vitamin, if you're going to take a multivitamin and you are of childbearing age, you might as well just take one, right? I usually say take one that are more like food-based vitamins and not super synthetic if you can. Personally, I take Mega Food. I've been taking this one for years. The Baby and Me too. I've also taken the one from Best Nest Wellness before. I believe I think it was called Rainbow Light. I've taken the one from Garden of Life. So those are all good brands. Lots of brands out there, but I would recommend taking one with folate, not folic acid, because a lot of us can't break down folic acid, and so folate's more of its true form. And also choline. Choline is really good for baby, really great for brain development of baby. And you also could eat things like eggs and stuff, because that has really rich in choline. But I just made sure my prenatal had it as well, because when you're pregnant, you don't even know what you're going to want to be eating. So eggs could be an aversion. So I would say having a choline in your prenatal, or if you just want to take choline separately, I've done that as well. If your prenatal has choline and folate in it, that's a good supplement to be taking. The second supplement that I took during my fertility journey that I usually say every woman should take, or majority of women should take, is actually a prenatal DHA supplement. So that's the one I've been taking forever. I have it on Amazon, subscribe and save. It's from Best Nest Wellness. DHA is very supportive of mom and baby. It really helps support the brain development of baby and the spinal cord development, eye development. So it's nice to have that on board prior to getting pregnant. It also helps support mom and our hormone function, our mood, our sleep, our memory, which is a huge one because memory during remembering things while you're pregnant is, you know, challenging. So that would be the second supplement that I would suggest or recommend women take during their TTC journey. So next, I would say one of the most important things women should be taking is vitamin D. And hands down, of all the supplements or all the labs I've ever taken of a patient in Northern America, pretty much 90% of the time they're deficient in vitamin D, whether it be man or woman. I would get your levels checked to see how low you are. I was really low, and I ended up taking like 6,000, 8,000 units a day, you know, and a lot of times they only tell you to take 2,000. So I would get them checked first, start taking your supplement, and then get them checked again in the next couple months after that to see your levels. You want to see them going up and up. A lot of times you want to be between 30 to 100, and I usually say around meaning 30 to 100, that should be your levels. So when you get a blood drawn, I would say try to get in the middle of that, like 50, you know what I mean, is where was my sweet spot. I try to get patients 50 to 70. So currently I have been taking the supplement, the vitamin D from Needed. It's vitamin D3 and K2. K2 helps increase or improve the absorption of vitamin D3 in your body. Also, magnesium helps in all that as well. You know, what vitamin D is obviously helps with fertility. I remember a patient coming to me and she was struggling with getting pregnant, and I just happened to check it and I told her to start taking it, and you know, everything else was pretty much fine. She was, you know, young, healthy, and she got pregnant a couple, you know, months later. So sometimes it's just that simple, you know. It does help improve fertility. It helps immune function in the body. It also helps, you know, bone development in the baby, bone pain prevention in mom, you know, the prenatal DHA, vitamin D3 with K2 are, you know, just a good starter pack for fertility. I usually recommend this a lot, and I've taken this for years. I first started taking it for migraines and helping me sleep. So those are number one reasons I took it in the first place. But it's Magnesium Glycinate. I got this off Amazon. I've taken multiple different types. I've taken Magnesium Breakthrough, which has way more different elements of magnesium, which is nice because there's so many different forms of magnesium. This one is known to help support, you know, like I said, sleep regulation. Magnesium helps increase progesterone production and balance out estrogen and progesterone. If you know, I've had low progesterone in the past, so I know this helps support that. It also helps improve blood flow through the uterus, which we of course know that is important as well. The next supplement I took was actually iron. I took it for a really long time. I had a history of uterine fibroids, so I took it for part of the time until I got the fibroids taken out, actually. Usually, you know, a lot of women, we have heavy menstrual periods, or just because we bleed in general, we can be known to be anemic, but I wouldn't just go taking iron without having your iron levels checked and get the iron, the ferritin, and then just to see the anemia panel, the iron panel all together, and see if iron is something you need to be taking. I wouldn't just take it just because you think you're anemic, you know what I mean? Because it could cause more harm than good in that sense. Like I said, I took Ferrous Gluconate. I took an iron supplement for a few years, and then once I had the surgery, my periods regulated. They were a lot lighter and I didn't need to take it anymore. So I personally took Ferrous Gluconate. I believe it was 325 milligrams, and I got the supplement off Amazon. I took it. I had a vitamin C supplement that I would take sometimes with it, a spray that I use from Garden of Life, or I would just take it with orange juice, or, you know, strawberries are usually good in vitamin D2, so I drank a lot of smoothies at the time, or I still do. But you know, vitamin C also helps the absorption of iron. It's a little bit easier on the stomach to take Ferrous Gluconate and also to take it with a vitamin C supplement as well. Ferrous sulfate's also an option that a lot of people, you know, a lot of providers will recommend for iron deficiency. It can be a little constipating though, so, you know, if you don't want to take that, or if you want something a little bit easier on the stomach, then I would go for Ferrous Gluconate. So about halfway through my journey, I had the HSG test done, where they shoot the dye through to see if your fallopian tubes are blocked, and of course my fallopian tubes were blocked. So this section is more about what I did about this the blocked fallopian tube situation. As you know, I was not expecting this and I was pretty devastated. So I went to YouTube. Obviously they were going to send me to a specialist and there was more that were going to be done on the medical end, but I was like, I need to figure out some things I can do on my own. Went to YouTube and I learned about an enzyme called serrapeptase. So if I can find pictures or links to it, I will, you know, provide that. I'll either pop a picture up or put a link below. But the first things I took, or everyone was recommending, was this supplement called serrapeptase and the brand from Doctor's Best. So I put that in the Amazon cart. And then next it was these 2 Chinese teas in these yellow jars. I thought I still had them somewhere, but I don't. They were at Amazon as well. And they were known to, or said to, break down excess tissue or scar tissue that could be in the uterus or that could be causing the fallopian tube blockage. So I started taking those for a pretty long time till I ran out. After I did that, I ended up switching it, or after I was finished with those, I ended up having obviously a fibroid surgery. I had another surgery after I had a miscarriage too. Multiple, like the fallopian tubes, the surgeries. I just was so worried about scar tissue. So I wanted to continue to take, you know, serrapeptase and these enzymes to help. I didn't want to form any new scar tissue with all the things that were going on. I started following or doing a lot of research on naturalfertilityinfo.com, and she has a supplement line as well. So I started taking the choice enzymes, and it has serrapeptase in it, but also amylase, lipase, protease, bromelain, something else I can't pronounce, but multiple other enzymes along with the serrapeptase. So I replaced those other ones from Amazon with this to help. And I took this from after my fibroid surgery, probably a couple months after that, because I wanted to heal and not take anything excess, until I got pregnant, you know, off and on. I pretty much took this the whole time. It helps with scar tissue breakdown, reduce tissue buildup. And the next time at the HSG, I didn't have blocked fallopian tubes anymore. So I really feel like this was helpful. And obviously I had a C-section too, so I still take this from time to time, and that's why I still have it. So as I previously mentioned, I did struggle with uterine fibroids. That was a big component or part of my fertility journey because it caused a lot of issues for me. I really think it was causing a lot of my issues getting pregnant, because ultimately I had to get them taken out and eventually I got pregnant. But I did take a lot of supplements, or a few supplements, to help with the fibroid situation. One being the choice enzymes, and then next I took, not really a supplement, it was more of a, you know, something I practiced from time to time, which was doing castor oil packs. They help detoxify the liver. They could ease stomach discomfort that came with fibroids, and also improve circulation, so my periods weren't as bad when I did them. So that was really helpful in cleansing my system, because having fibroids was really tough for me. I had really long periods, and the anemia that came with it, and just chronic fatigue and stuff like that came with it. It was definitely helpful. The castor oil packs, along with, I took DIM. So fibroids are a more estrogen dominant diagnosis. So DIM actually promotes estrogen metabolism and removing excess estrogen from the body. With fibroids, you have almost more estrogen than progesterone. And like I said, I ended up having low progesterone too. Taking the DIM supplement helped me excrete or get rid of the excess estrogen I was having, which helped with the castor oil packs as well. And then a really cool thing I did from naturalfertilityinfo.com, of course, was she has this fertility cleanse kit, and I kid you not, I did this a month or so before the surgery I had to remove my fibroids. My husband and I did it. I was getting pretty desperate, like maybe I can get pregnant before this surgery, just maybe, because I really didn't want to have the surgery. And I had been having this, thought, like, I need to do this fertility cleanse. I really think it'll help. Well, the fertility cleanse is pretty cool. It comes in this packet, and it comes with like a uterine support supplement. It's like 2 different phases, like a liver cleanse section and then like a uterine cleanse section. It has like uterine support, liver support, milk thistle, like a tincture, and then there were 2 different teas, like a liver support cleansing tea and a uterine tea. And then I feel like my husband did it too. I mean, I know he did it as well, but I don't know if I don't know if it was separate for men or women. I can't remember, but we both did it together. It's about a month long. You're not really supposed to try to conceive during it, so we didn't, but I wanted to see how it was after, because my surgery wasn't for a couple more months. But I kid you not, my period was the best period I'd had in years. I really think it just got rid of all the excess estrogen, all the buildup of hormones and whatever was going on with my body, to where my period was light. It was like it was when I was younger, before I had the uterine fibroid diagnosis. So I swear by that thing. Like, I've told multiple patients, multiple friends about it. Like, if you're having any type of issue restarting your period or regulating your period, I feel like a fertility cleanse, whether it's for fertility or whether it's just to regulate your cycle a bit more, I really feel like hands down that fertility cleanse was super helpful. So this last group of supplements were mainly for my egg health and, you know, women that are 35 plus, because, you know, advanced maternal age, you know, there's a lot of concern about your ovarian reserve, the health of your follicles, and all of those things. So these supplements I use to help support that. A big thing is obviously like antioxidants and killing off any free radicals. One of the first things I took, and I still have it, is Fertilogreens by Natural Fertility Info Shop. This one's flavored now as berry bliss, so it tastes way better than it used to. But this has and she added super fruits, so it has super greens and super fruits, and it basically is a greens powder. You know, greens powder is very in right now, but this one helps support you with, you know, the tart cherry, beetroot, vitamin C, blueberry, chlorella, spirulina, dandelion root, spinach, you know, a lot of things that we're just not getting in our diet on a daily basis. So I used to drink this. A lot of times I put it in my smoothies, or actually every time I would usually put it in my smoothies. Now I drink it by itself because it tastes better, but before I would mix it with my smoothies every day. So that was really helpful. It's rich in antioxidants, and along with that, she had something called Choice Antioxidants. So the other supplement was Choice Enzymes. This was called Choice Antioxidants, which also helped protect the cell DNA, support egg health, and, you know, fight off any damaging effects that, you know, the environment and things we eat can cause to our body and cause to our cells and cause to our eggs. And then lastly, I took one of the big antioxidants, or biologically active form of CoQ10, which is called ubiquinol. So yes, you can take CoQ10, but ubiquinol was better, and that's a really powerful antioxidant on its own. So I took that one and the Choice Antioxidants because it had other antioxidants in there. So those three, I just wanted to, you know, support my eggs as much as possible. So I kept taking a lot of those throughout the majority, or towards the end. I started adding those on later on as I just learned more and more. So those are super helpful if you're a woman of a certain age, or if you've told that your ovarian health isn't very good, or your egg health, or low ovarian reserve. I definitely recommend any woman take the greens. But the other ones, definitely add those on. A lot of fertility specialists love ubiquinol. I've seen them recommended to multiple patients, so that's a huge one. If you want to help support your body in a different way, I think these supplements are, you know, listed are great for that, along with the other ones I've listed. And just a quick little bonus, along with all those supplements that I was taking throughout my journey, I drank a fertility smoothie just about every single day, at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6 or 7, never usually 7. Look up recipes. I did like a challenge where on fertilityinfo.com they had like a smoothie challenge or a fertility challenge that I did, where she gave you tons of recipes, which was super nice. I tried to, basically what a fertility smoothie is your greens, protein, you know, fruits, vegetables, but you also add more fertility supporting herbs and adaptogens like your ashwagandha, your schisandra, royal jelly, bee pollen, maca root. Those are some pretty popular ones. You could also add like seeds if you're doing the seed cycling, like with pumpkin seeds and chia seeds and stuff like that. Fiber rich foods, you can put peanut butter in it to add some good healthy fats, avocado. It was really fun, and then usually that was like at least one of my my meals a day. I would do a fertility smoothie either for breakfast or lunch, and I really feel like that was help nourishing my body and nourishing my uterus, and you know, helping supplement these supplements, but with a food source, because I really feel like it comes from our foods first, right? And it's almost like the supplements were secondary. That was just a little bonus from me that I really feel like if you can replace one of your meals a day with a fertility smoothie or a snack, if you don't want it to be super high calorie, I really think that is definitely helpful for you. So yeah, those are all the supplements I took during my fertility journey. If you have any questions for me, if you need me to explain anything anymore, just leave a comment in the comment box below. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, you know, it was informational for you and helpful for you in any type of way. But yeah, if you like this video, please like the video. That would really be cool. And subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.